All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name is Odum, and today is Thursday. And today we are going to, I think this is going to be the last day that we're going to be working on the brochure aspect of Pixel Pieces, which is our Webflow template and component library, which we're building, which we're going to offer up to our future clients. And of course, this whole stream, what are we doing here? We're trying to build ourselves a company that's going to generate us $1 million of revenue every single year. That's what we're working towards. We have Pixel, which is our basically website and application development, design development studio, which we work with our clients and we build them websites. And then now we're having this little extension to that where we're going to be selling these templates and components for people that want to build their own websites, that don't want to hire out individuals. So anyways, that's where we are right now. And of course, my name is Odum, and I am right now a company of one doing this all on my own. But of course, with the help of people like you that come here, watch the streams and leave some helpful comments and have some really good discussions in the chat. I really appreciate that. And I think that's phenomenal. And yeah, we're just going to keep working at this every single day. And like I said, today, we are going to work on really just cleaning up the whole design of this website, making sure everything is as we need it to be. And then we're going to start probably, I have an idea. I know what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be something a little bit different, but starting next week, then we're going to really refine and build out all the components and templates as well too that we're going to start offering. So the one thing that I know that we're not going to have done here at the start is having this main application image here built, because we need to go into we need to have the components and stuff built out, or just make up some images where that's going to be displayed on the dashboard and then make that and then put it in here. So that's not going to be finished today, but everything else I want to be done today, and everything else is looking really, really good. I'm really, really happy with how things are looking. So a few of the things that I want to work on. Well, what do we want to work on here? Maybe can we start to make a little bit of a list of things? Because maybe as we're looking at things, we can see what we want to do. All right, so let's have a look here of what we have here in our Asana. Let me zoom this up a little bit. So these are the things that we have to do. Some of the things anyways. I don't have everything here. But let's see. I know I want to update all icons. And we need to design homepage app image. And yeah, I know that's not going to be done today, but maybe let's set that for Monday. And let's do this one today. What else do we need to take care of? If we go to our dashboard here, we need to update dashboard component and template display. Excuse me. We need to remove favorites. So one thing I was talking about yesterday of implementing the favorites, I've decided to hold off on this until a little bit later, because I'm really trying to live by the rule of, is what I'm working on right now going to help me make more money, or is it not going to? And I think having a favorite section, while really cool, is not going to be the deal breaker for why people do or do not join this website. So that's what I decided to do based on that. Kevin, how you doing? Howdy. And why are my chats not showing up? Well, that's not good. How you doing today? How's everything up in out in New Jersey? Let's start this again, see if these things could start rolling in. There we go, working. Okay, remove favorites. What else needs to get done today? We do want to fix up the navigation. We could do that as we're going. Oh, this whole section needs to be fixed. So help and help and learn links at bottom of a side menu. Get that fixed. Oh no, ankle sprain. Oh man, sometimes sprains are pretty bad. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, so half marathon training. It's cool. Get along with my wife. She loves running. She runs all the time. I myself, not so much of a runner. I'm more of a hockey player and any racket sport other than running. But yeah, hopefully everything recovers really, really well, and that your MRI is, I guess you want it to be like negative in terms of no breaks or anything like that. So hopefully everything went really well with that. And yeah, the Webflow New York, awesome. So what was that like, meeting all your heroes? I'm curious to know who all your Webflow heroes are. Actually, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, that sounds awesome. I wish I could have been there. But from what I saw so far, looks like it was a good time. And yeah, it's just really cool. I think Webflow, again, I've been saying this like kind of like a broken record, but I think they're just getting started with what they're doing, and they're doing some really amazing stuff, which is why I guess for me, I'm putting in like, I won't say all my eggs in the basket in terms of Webflow, but a lot of my eggs in this basket, at least for now anyways. All right, so let's go here. Let's go into this form right now. Let's just remove that because we're not going to have that. And we should look to see if we can do, because we know that we can do like nested components or nested collection items, right? But one thing that we can't do, one thing that's very frustrating is within a collection, we can't put a heading. So, because if we, right. Unless, no, that's not going to work. Basically what I'm thinking, so here's on the dashboard, there's going to be a dynamically generated amount of components and a dynamically generated number of templates, right? That's just going to grow as we grow and have the more components and templates. What I would like to do is, instead of having a new heading here with a different component, have a collection for this component, I want to do heading, then you know, these are the hero components, and then another heading here for the navigation, and then the navigation components, to nest those in. But the problem is I can't just have one heading and then have a collection item, and then do another heading and then have another collection item. Like the name, like, do you know what I mean? So I don't know if we're going to be able to do it like this. Being fully dynamic is what I mean. Because what I think is going to happen is we're just going to have to do something like this. And then we duplicate that collection. And then this collection, of course, is going to be, instead of navigation, it's going to be, you know, footer. Save that as an example. Let's put the heading there. Right? I don't think there's any way to come up with something like this with a nested collection. Because we can't throw anything in here. We can only throw things in within this collection item element here. Unless, Kevin, unless you can think of something, if you know how we can do this, I don't think we can. I think it's going to have to be like this, which means that every time there's a new collection, a new component or template category, I'll just have to add it here, which is not the end of the world, of course, doing that manually. I mean, that'll take like a minute, but if I could avoid it, it would be really nice. Unless, Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think we're just going to have to keep going like this. And then, let's see. So we'll build that out there here in a second. Actually, we don't even really need to worry about building this out so much because we don't have any of the components and templates built, so I'm not even sure what the categories are going to be yet. But what we can do is we can go into this thing here. Let's delete this one. And let's just hide this one for now, because we're going to want to keep it at some point or bring it back at some point. Probably maybe if we get lucky and we find ourselves, we get some time or start getting some traction, then maybe we can get it by like Christmas time. Have that kind of like that nice little feature. So I want to just look at each individual page here. So when we go over here, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. We just have the actual name of the, yeah, okay. You know, one thing that we do need here is we need to be able to get the actual number of items in the collection. Let's do that one now. And I think we'll use one of these attributes for, I think there's a count list items right here. Right. How do I use this one again? I want to count the items in the list and then input the value in there. Okay, so that should be pretty straightforward. Let's copy this script. Famous last words, should be pretty straightforward. And this is in component template. Okay, so let's put this in at the end. Or do we want to put it, does it matter? Or is it gonna paste it? And they want it in the head of the page. All right, fine. Fine, we'll put it there. Okay. And go back right here. All right. And that's going to be the parent element whose children you want to count. That is going to be the parent element whose children you want to count. So let's go in here. That's going to be like just in here, I would imagine. Does it have to be a div? Collection list, div block, selection list. Okay. So we're good with if it's in the collection list. Okay. So attributes. Was it list? Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, list. Okay. And then now we need to get the counter. And that actually, we're gonna have to change this into a link block. And side submenu item, we'll have it the same style, but except for this time, we need to randomly, we need to dynamically, oh, stop it, generate the text here. Oh, hey, what's going on here? What? there's an issue here because this is in some kind of component. This needs to be linked. I mean, oh, here we go. Weird. Current component category. That's the link. And then the text itself. Oh, weird. Oh, maybe because it's in components, it doesn't show everything in there. Interesting. So we need to get text from the library, which is the name. Okay. So we'll remove that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw in another text block in here. And this text block is just going to have, like, it's just going to have the number, right? Let's just throw that in there. And let's just give this custom attribute and it's being finicky. Hang on, gotta refresh. Let's edit this, go back into this text block. Do we have the attribute pasted? And settings. No, not conditions, attributes, there we go. And I think it was value. That is a number. And then with this one, we are going to, not current, oh, dang it, just go to here. And I guess we'll have to display it flex and give it a little bit of padding there. Okay, so if we've done this right, this should show us the number that's in the collection, or the amount of items that are in that collection, right? So let's publish this and see what we got. Okay, so it worked for the hero, but it didn't work for navigation. Oh, that's interesting. It's only showing up on one spot. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So it's only showing up on the one element. Right, that makes sense because it's not loaded on all those pages. Okay. Right, so it's not going to know how many elements are on all those other pages. Oh boy, okay. How do we solve this problem? Oh God, I don't know how we solve this problem. I think, oh shit. Okay, there's complicated ways of potentially doing this if we want to totally automate the whole thing. But maybe a simpler way would be like within each component category, we can have the number of items and just update that manually. Not the most ideal way of doing things. I mean, I guess, what can we do? Can we, I mean, we could do something, we can, I don't want to overcomplicate these things. So this is probably not going to be the greatest idea. So what I'm thinking is that every time something gets published on one of these collections, like we have this collection ID. So what we can do is we can make a Zap that'll monitor for every time that there's a collection gets updated. And then what we do with that is we update the number in like an Airtable or something like that. And then we update it here in Webflow. And then the number itself within this collection, which if this custom field would be like this, like number of items. And then that number updates automatically. So we could do it that way. So can I put some code on each CMS templates page? Yes, so I can. That's not a problem. But the problem is when we're on this, or what's the problem? I guess. So when you're on an individual collection page, we still need to get the number of collection items for each of these other different types of components, right? For each of these categories. So like right now we're on the header page, and yeah, we can have the header, the number of collection items in that library, which is 3. But then all these other ones, we need to pull all of these numbers as well too. So we can't do that unless we load up every single collection on each page and then just count them. And maybe we could do that. And then if we put, like, I don't know performance wise, I guess that's the problem, is if we put all these different collections and just kind of hide them, like what's the performance going to be if it's going to want to generate all those items just to count them and then load it up? Like, is that too much? But then I'm going to have a problem as well too, because if I just put this like number of items here, I'm not going to be able to put them nicely on this page here unless I load up each and every single one of those collections also within each one of these. Oh, so that's annoying as well too. So maybe, like, there's no way around this. I feel like it's going to be so, I don't know what the word is. It's just going very resource intensive of loading up every single one every single time someone hits a page. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Well, how are these items getting generated? These are getting generated through this collection item. And what collection is this? This is the component categories collection. So if I go to component categories, yeah, maybe I'll just do that. That's going to be, if it's already, I'm already pulling that. Yeah, I think that'll be, it's not going to be automated, but I think that'll be the less resource intensive, at least for right now, until I could figure out like a better way to actually make it fully automated. So let's go like a number, and number of collection items. This is the number of components that are in this category. Just super simple. Do not allow negative numbers. They're just integers, which is fine. Okay, so save that. Save collection. Yeah, again, not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But we're just going to throw some dummy numbers here. Well, do we have numbers? Header has 3. If I look here, footer has 2, navigation has 4, hero has 1. I already forgot all of that. Shit. What did I say? Footer has two, three? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. That's 4. I think the hero has 1. Is that up to 10? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's way off. Header has 3. Hero has 2. Or footer has 2, sorry. Okay, so then if I go back here, this number, and we remove this, and then it's actually going to be, it's not going to be this, it's going to be the number of items, and format just 1. So, yeah, I mean, let's see what it looks. So, not ideal, like I said, but I don't see any other easier way to do it other than, yeah. And this is manual. This is not the end of the world. I mean, when I make a new template, I'm just going to have to put something in Asana. In fact, I'm going to put a note here. Need to create a flow to update number of collection items when adding a new product. In fact, that should go here. Assign that to me. Okay. Yeah, shoot. That kind of sucks. But I mean, I'll probably also duplicate the number here, and that one we can easily just use the count here in the collections, which we already have here, this FS count item. MemberStack has a video about this in terms of counting collection items and listing them. That'd be cool. If you have it, let me know. I'm going to keep going with this because at least I have a solution, even though it's not ideal. But then if there's an easier way to implement this, then by all means, I'll take a look and get it going. Okay, so let's go into our template categories. We want to do the same thing here. Add, actually, I don't know what we called it. Let's go here. Oh my goodness. This is the one thing with Webflow. There's so much little things in their UI that sometimes it's a little bit annoying to try to get around. Number of collection items. Okay. And number. Oh. So number of collection items. Number of, these are templates that are in this category. Save. Okay. And for templates, we have 4 minimal, 2 membership. That's about as much as I can remember. Four minimal, 2 membership, and 1 podcast and 3 blogs. Nope, 3. All right. Let's throw this up here. We actually want to copy what we already have. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Link block. throw in a few. Text blocks. And this URL needs to, okay, what's going on here? Oh, choose a collection page, current template page. Thank you. And then the name. Going, yep, from the name. And then this text block here is just the number. Okay. Perfect. And this is a side submenu item. Perfect. So delete that. So let's make this look a little bit nicer. This is a side menu count. Actually, we should put it in brackets, I think. Or should we? Yeah, probably. So let's actually, let me use my shortcut key so I can remember. I need to wrap this in a div, Alt, Control, G. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's going to be open bracket. And close bracket. So let's call this, excuse me, aside menu count. Oh my goodness. Display flex. Font size, we're going to make it small. Font small. Sorry, this might be, I'll zoom this in again. Sorry if it's too small to see. I think Webflow made their thing already, their UI even smaller. And now when I think I'm streaming, it's even, fruit fly. 3 misses, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? The UI is already really small as is with the new changes. So probably extra small with streaming. Okay, so that's font small. That's good. This one is also, I believe, flexed, but let's get it in the middle. Perfect. I want that even smaller. That's not small enough. Font small. I got font extra small. There we go. Looks much better. Do I have line height extra small? I didn't make one. I'll have to make one. Okay, and let's change the color. Just a lighter color. All right. Something that like that looks pretty good, and we need to actually update it up here as well too. We need to, what do we need to create? Just a div, I guess. And this div here is going to be a side menu count. And let's actually copy this one in, copy that one in, throw in the number. There we go. Okay. All right, that looks decent. I could get by with that. Yeah, it's off by a pixel. I'll worry about that later. Stupid pixel perfections. Okay. So that looks good. What about this heading here? What can we do with this header? It looks a little bit boring. Okay. So let's see. User goes onto the dashboard. That's just going to show everything. I think eventually, are we going to have a filter? I don't know if we'll have a filter here at the top, or I think the filter is going to be better suited at the bottom. Let's go to the individual pages first. So I feel like we could break this down even more. Let's go. Well, I was thinking of having maybe a heading of components and then like a sub heading of navigation, but I don't know. Or maybe just have it something like this where it says components navigation. And then below we can have the number like, hey, there are, 3 navigation components here, which is, I guess that would be pretty obvious, but yeah, I kind of like that because then at least you can kind of see where you are within the application. You could see where you are here because this is highlighted, and in the URL, of course, you're going to be able to see, but this isn't so bad. Yeah, let's do something like that. Okay, so it's not going to be able to be a heading, so we're just going to have to wrap everything in some kind of dashboard like title. So we'll go text here, and this will say components, and then another text, and this will get the text from the actual name of the component, or the category, I guess, of the components that are on this page. If I get my terminology right. Delete that. Dashboard title, as always. But this, we want our font to be, I feel like, dashboard title. What is it? The word before the colon. Is there a grammatical term for that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do I call this? It's not going to be what it is, but that's the static part of it, and this is the dynamic part. This is like the dashboard title, like name, or dashboard title category. Maybe then dashboard title type. Okay. And the reason why I want them to have 2 different styles is because I think I want one of them to be bolder and the other one not bolder. Okay, font size. What do we have? Okay, no, I'm going to need to make another new one. So font size. Do I have regular? Okay, so I need font size. Let's go extra large. I know extra large is going to be 2 REM. Large will probably be 1.5, something like that. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. How you doing today? So we got font size extra large. Yeah, that's a good size. And let's say line height extra large. And that's going to be, oh, hang on, it's trying to, I want to create one. Not search, create, all right. Line height extra large and 2.5. That's not bad. Okay, so this guy, we're going to make that black, and you are going to be bold. And this guy here, I feel like I need to get an extra thin or different, like a light font weight, like extra light. So I think that would look really good. I feel like I also need a more of a medium, like a slightly lighter gray. Oh, that's too much. That's too much or too little. Let's go with that for now. That's not bad. And then, of course, we need to give this a good margin. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, and then here you go. Or wait. I feel like maybe there should be one little thing here before we get started with the components. And let's actually put this in a tag. So I'm not sure exactly what to call this. So we want to have it say something like, there are, actually we're going to need to do, oh wait, actually we don't need to do, there are a number of, oh, we are going to have to take the name. Can we do name components for you to use in your next project. So if we span this, so we can go in this span and we can add our attribute on there. Settings and value. This is also assuming that we have, I think we still have it here, right? Yeah. Okay, we still have our attribute there. So there are X number of components. But this here, can I take this, wrap this with the span, and can I, yeah, so I can't take this and change its text dynamically, which sucks. So, which means, let me undo that. I'm going to copy this one and clear all the formatting. This, oops, what did I just do? I thought I cleared that formatting. Okay. And we're going to get the text from there. And then kind of have to finish the sentence. Kind of like this. I hate having to do this. Is there any other way to do this? And oh my God, this fly is killing me. Well, where was I? Right. Display here. All right. And if we want to get somewhat fancy, I don't know if we do. Let's just say we want this to be strong, and this as well to be strong. Let's just, oops. And actually, let's fix our margins here. In fact, I don't even want there to be that many. Maybe, Let's publish this and just see, make sure that that number is generating okay. And then we go here. Right. All right, so, I mean, that's working. How does that look? I mean, this text is horrible. We got to come up with something cooler to write than this. And we could also even generate that stuff dynamically as well, too, if we want to have something specific to say for each type of component. That doesn't look so bad. What else do we need? I think that's good. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that's done. Was that part of the stuff to do? Well, I removed this. Update dashboard component / template display. Is that what that was? Now I have these marks and I don't remember what they're for. Anyways, I know, let's move on to the icons here. Wait, is this actually, we need to, hang on, we can't move over just quite yet because we need to duplicate all of this here. Let me grab a screenshot of this. We need to do this again for our template page. Template category template. There we go. All right, are there any things that we can copy and paste? Nah, I don't think they're going to because they're going to be, well, let's see. Let's see if I can copy this, or if it might scream at me because it's the wrong collection. Yeah, it doesn't like that because it's from a different collection. Fair enough. So let's just copy some things here. So, not there. Let's start here. We need to create a div and we need to call it dashboard title. Let's move it up here. First text is going to be called templates, and then another text block. But this value is going to be the actual name of the template. This is dashboard title type, and this is dashboard title category. This gets deleted. Another block. Dashboard subtitle. text block. I think the first text is something like, what does it say? Like there are number of, right? There are, yeah. And then this, wrap it with a span and call that strong. And then we're going to have to give it this attribute so it can get the actual value of the number of items in the collection. Let's do that now. And that's value. Okay. And before we forget, in this collection here, we need to add the same attributes to count the actual, or we need to have the attributes here so that it knows which list to count the items in or from, which is this one. Okay. And we're going to throw in another text. And this one is very simply going to be the name. And then the last text is simply this. But instead of components, it's templates. And then this one here, we'll make that strong. Excellent. All right, let's, that should be working. Let's have a look. If we go to templates now, okay, no, it did load up. But there's something wrong with this attribute here. Count items element. And that's the value, right? Did I do this wrong? Oh, list. I think I didn't have list. I think I put item. That's the wrong. That's stupid. Okay. No, don't do that. Item, but that's the list. Right. That's what happens sometimes. We don't cut and paste. At least with me. Still, what? Okay, no, now it should be working. Now something's going on. Oh, I got the wrong attribute. No, it's the same. It should be the same. So this is the list. Right, that's the list. That's the value. Okay, weird. Did it not publish correctly, maybe? No, it looks like it did. I mean, that one's working. Where's my mistake? No, I mean, that looks right. That's value, right? Maybe let's take a look here in case I did something different here. the same. Oh my goodness. I am at a loss. FS count items element list. That's what I have here. FS count items element list. And then you have this guy here. This text block. FS count items element value. Which is the same thing for here. Style is strong. FS count items element value. This should be working. Oh my God, I'm going insane. Copy this. Paste. Like it's the same. Like, what the hell? Refresh. Maybe I'll go back here again. Maybe I'll try just deleting this and just starting it again. Super weird. Oh, I know why. I know why it's not working. Because I'm an idiot. I didn't copy the actual script onto the page. Oh my God. So, what is this, amateur hour here? Oh, shit. That is embarrassing. Oh, man. What is it, Friday? There we go. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. Any kind of copyright stuff we'll work on later on. Okay, now let's look at our icons. So I got my new icon set here, which I purchased from UI8, this universal icon set. And I guess, so basically, what do I want for components? So I think what I would like for this component to be would be more like first I was thinking this templates, I want it to look more like a page layout. So I'm gonna look for a page layout. Let's look for that icon first. I don't even know where to look for these things. I'm just gonna look through all of them. So it's not gonna be an arrow, charts and graphs, no. Communication, date and time, no. Design, maybe. Okay, oh, like a perspective. Something like this. A grid, but more if it looks like a layout of a website. So nothing there. Formatting, no. Nothing there. Finance, definitely not. Files and folders. Devices and electronics. No. Media. No. Definitely not medicine and health. Personal care. Shopping. Zodiac signs. Get out of here with that. User interface. Right, so we have kind of grid stuff here. I think that's kind of, could be this column here. Probably this grid 4. We'll use that for templates as the icon, I think. Yeah, so let's go here. I'm just gonna grab my icons. Assets, icons. This is in user interface. That's called grid 4.2. And I also want to go to, I think it's in my desktop icons. There you go. Okay, let's go here. Let's go into our icons. Throw the grid in there. And then if we go into templates, because this is more like a layout thing. Replace with the grid. Grid layout. Okay. And for components are like building blocks, right? So obviously if there's like a block, that would be kind of cool. I don't know if there's any like block type thing on here. Just like objects. So let me see, hang on a second. Let's go to UI 8. Icons. So let me sign in first. Icons. Actually, so universal icon set, I think is what it was called. Right, so this here, set version 2.2. Oh, these are lines, these are solids, okay. Okay, so there's no duplicate. So I'm just trying to think if this person had like an alternate icon set. Because I remember seeing this one, which is another universal set, which is kind of weird. They're called the same thing. Okay. So maybe we'll continue. So what else can we see? Can we see anything else that we like? Is that it for, let me just. I know this is going to, there we go. Perfect. They actually do have it. The cube. Excellent. Let's try that. See how that looks. So, icon, and that's in the design, and cube. So, well, where'd I go? Assets, icons. We're gonna throw another icon in there. All right. Cube. Just want to call this layout actually. All right. So we're going to go into our components. We're going to edit that. Okay. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, and the first thing that comes to mind is I'm pretty sure like a cube is what Reloom library has as like their thing. So I don't want to have that association. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. They got there first. So what can we do instead for components? So there was a circle and square, which was like the pieces. I mean, obviously cubes, sorry, I love that. Building blocks, right? So building blocks, I mean, grid, like there's the layers. Something about that icon that doesn't jive me the right way in terms of what I'm trying to convey here. Maybe the square. Components. Piece of the pie, piece of the puzzle. Arrows, no, it doesn't make sense. Tops, watch, TV. None of that makes sense. Folders, Food and drink. Nope. E-commerce. None of that makes any sense. Social media, no, none of that makes sense. What's this stacking thing? Was that supposed to represent something specific? That one might not. This one doesn't seem so bad. Like a square stack? Is that more like a text stack kind of thing? I'm going to grab it and we'll put it in there and see what it looks like. This is in the, I think it's in user interface as well. User interface, and it's called Square Stack. Square Stack HR all, yeah. Okay. So icons. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. I think it was this one. Right. Okay. Let's go here. Let's replace that with this icon. Not so bad. Okay. What else needs icons? I think there's this part here that needs some work. And I think we need to go actually on the brochure. And let's go on the home page. There's these things, these icons here, which are not of the same icon set. So I think we should make them the same, make it consistent. Because these icons, yeah, they're right here. So we want to make them consistent. So we need an icon for quality. We need a lightning bolt icon. And we need like a puzzle icon and something for courses, like education or books. So let's see what we got here. I know it has everything I want because I looked at this icon set before I bought it to make sure it had everything. I just don't know exactly where it is in this particular layout. At least I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's not the user interface, not the weather, not in sports and fitness. Although if there's no trophy or crown, I think we might have to get this medal. That might be something we might need to use. You know, that being said, if I can't find the right icons for everything, then we'll just keep it at that icon set, because at least that icon set is consistent with itself. Because maybe I was wrong. Maybe I just looked at the internal pages and I knew that this had the right icons I wanted for the dashboard. Yeah, there's a flash here. But that's all I'm seeing in terms of the icons that I wanted. Because I see the flash. I don't see any puzzles for things fitting together. I don't see anything about quality in terms of having like this nice diamond. And I guess there's some play buttons. Date and time. If anything, maybe in this design. Nope. So maybe we're going to leave those icons as they are. Maybe we'll leave these as they are and just maybe take a look at the colors and tighten up our color theme. Okay. So I think let's fix this part over here. And then we need to fix this actual home dashboard page. Where did I work on it the most? On this page, okay. So am I logged in here? I am. So let me go to my account. Okay, so here's the learn and here's the help button. I quite like it. We actually need these icons. Let's see. Okay, I need a help icon and then I need a learn icon from my new icon set. So let's look at that. Help and learn. So I need the question mark icon. Where would that be? It's got to be somewhere. It'll be in our arrows. So we might want the lightning one if we can't find anything that's really good for help or for learn. So let me just find out where that is. That is in devices and electronics. Devices and electronics. Call that flash. Okay, I got that one. Basically, I'm just taking them in my folder here and putting them in this folder, which I'm just going to drag and drop them into Webflow. What else? What am I looking for again? Looking for learn and oh yeah, help. Which there should be an icon for help, you would think. Or either a question mark or like a life raft kind of icon. Nothing there in media. Social media. Sports and fitness. No. Okay, it's better be here in this whole UI thing, because that's all that's left. Okay, there's folder F, and look for H for help. There is nothing for help. Well, that sucks. We don't want warning. Well, that's annoying if there's nothing good that could be used for help. Brutal. Like, what could it be? Could it be like ring a bell for help? No, that's stupid. GPS globe. Maybe something in communications. Like maybe like a chat button or icon. Oh, that sucks. But hang on. What icon do we have? Do we have a good one for learn? I think we'll use the chat. So communication, chat, text. Oh. All right. So let's load this up into our Webflow. Right there, icons. We got chat and we got our flash. Was there anything else that I need to upload? I do have this question mark icon. Where did that come from? Where did it go? Did that not load? Moved one asset. It's not here. Where is it? Icons. It's not loading. It says it's moved it, but it's not here. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, that makes no sense to me. All right, so let's just hang on. So this is learn. So if we're going to do something like this, and then help replace with icon. Let's say replace it with this if we can load that in, and if it's going to take. Oh, it's right here. I keep missing it. So I do have it. Okay. So that is the right one. Okay. So what do we want to do with this thing here? So we have this whole container. So this is help. This is help text. Yeah, that's the help text there. We'll do help text. Let's bring the font down a little bit, I think. Let's make these icons maybe a little bit, oh, that's way too small. Yeah, I think I like that better. Just nice and smaller, nothing too crazy. And we're going to rename these ones to help icon. Really? That already exists? All right. And then what I want to do with these guys, we're going to I'd love to on this. Actually, is that going to be? I feel like we're going to need this on all of the aside menu. Aside menu item. This is a side menu icon with help icon. And help icon. Let's get a good color here. So what was the site? I think it's CSS to like filter. No. Hex color to CSS filter. Right. Okay. So what color do we want it to be? I know. Cancel. Save and close. Let's go to our colors. Let's go to our gray. Compute. All right, here's our filter color. Right in here. Where are we? Page. Embed code. Boom. We have that. That's our filter color. And then we also want to have like the help link. Okay. Dot help link. Hover, and then we gotta go here. And we need to give this a color. And what color do we want it to be when people hover over top of this? I think we want it to be, I think, our secondary color. And let's go to the page, embed, paste, save and close. Let's publish this. Actually, we don't really need to publish that to see if that's working, but that's okay. Learn and help. There. Oh, you guys can't see that. Sorry, this is at these buttons here. Learn and help. All right, I like that. That's looking really good. That's looking good. They're out of the way, but they're also kind of pretty big that you can see them. I like it. Let's go over to this account page. One little thing here I can see to clean up. This last little section, we're going to put this one as just last. Or maybe we'll just say no border. So we want to take that and have that to be no border. Excellent. Okay, we need to update these icons and their color, because that's horrible. So actually, before we do that, I think what we can do is I think we can make this whole aside thing now. We can make it into a component. So let's go to our components, create new components, and this is aside menu. aside section. Can we go back to here? Right. Okay. So we have our aside section. So if we go to, we need to go to the dashboard. So this whole thing is our aside section. And we could delete this. There we go. That looks good. Template categories. Aside. Good. Delete that. And into component categories. Aside. Yep. Delete that. And I think that's, for now, the only pages. I know for sure we're going to have a template page so that when you actually click into the individual template, there's going to be information on the actual template. But for the components, you're just simply going to click on it, view, and copy, and then that's it. View, yeah. And I don't think there's going to be an individual page for each component. I think, is that it? So the dashboard page has the new one. Right, okay, so now actually I want to go in here, I want to edit this because I actually want to flip these over and help first and then learn. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, not much left to do, I don't think. Let's go back to our account page. Right. All right, here's each member account page. And right, we need to take a look at this icon image here. So on this page, where should we put the code? I think we'll just put it in here. Let's have our embed code. Let's put it up at the top though. Should we put it there or should we put it on all pages? No, just here's now. Here is good for now. So what's the style here or the class? Button icon image. Okay, so let's go here. Style dot, I didn't even copy it. Button icon image, right? And we need a hex color for white, or fill, a filter value for that, I should say. So that's going to be it there. Oops, let's close that properly. And I also want to do a hover. So let's close. What's this element? This is just the whole button. Button icon, right? So we're going to do dot button icon. We're going to hover. And we want to have this icon be a different color on hover. But what color do we want it to be? So I think here is where cancel. Let's save and close that. We actually don't have a color for this, but I want it to be a nice bright blue. So and well, what I can do to maybe kind of, we can see what it looks like, is I'll just play around with the text. So let's break that link. And yeah, so that's going to work. So let's take a look at a blue that we're going to want. Kind of find it. Very light, I think. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, let's actually just try that. Compute. The color is extremely off. Why is it off? Is it just because the actual color itself is a difficult color to render? Possibly. Maybe something with a little more teal. That gets off our color scheme by a lot. Oh my goodness, so many tabs open. This is close enough. Let's try this one. And okay, undo that. We're not going to do that. We're going to come here. Button icon hover dot button icon image. So we apply that filter to the SVG element. Save and close. Publish. Let's see what we got. Deploying, deployed. Refresh. Eventually. Well, that's not good. There we go. Something 504 error. Weird. And there we go. Although it didn't undo this. Undo that. And we actually need to put a transition. 0.3 seconds and just ease. Not have it be so abrupt and harsh. Publish. And let's verify. Not bad. And why did it not work for this one? It should also work for this view billing history button at the bottom, which you guys can't see. Sorry, there's another icon there. The credit card. That should also have updated, but why is it not? Do I have button icon image? Oh, this has a different class. Why does this have a different class? I think maybe, no. It should also have the same class. So button icon. What is going on? Right, there's this weird thing that was happening where this thing was going this crazy full width. And it has something to do with button icon. And what the hell is going on here? This makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. There's something to do with this class. Or is it this account section? I mean, this is profile image, profile button. This is just the button. I wonder if I wrap this in a div, if it'll help. Okay, so Control Alt G. That should work, isn't it? What's going on here? Oh my goodness, my Webflow is not working. Oh, there we go. Not there though, way down here. And just I flex that. That works. Weird. Okay, we'll keep that in there for now and then. Okay. So the color, yeah, it's okay, I guess. Eh? Now I'm feeling one. Last thing is this button here, or this padding shouldn't be here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, looks good, I think. Let's publish again, except for maybe the color. Update. All right. Button looks good. Button looks good. I like it. Okay, this is, here it is at regular strength, regular font size. All right, maybe update these buttons as well too when you hover over top of them. So button inverse, and then gotta add some hover stuff to it. I think what we'll do is probably just make it dark blue. Right, so background, we'll make it our dark color, dark for the border, and then the actual text color, we'll just make it white. Very easy, not too complicated. And it's got already has a transition, so let's just take a look. Yep, looks good. Looks good there. Where else? Okay. So actually this learn button, where's it taking us? Do we have it? Let's edit this section. Do we actually have it going to where it needs to go? Where's the link? Settings. Yeah, it's taking us to the resource page. Perfect. Okay. What else do we need to do aside from making all the actual templates and components? Well, let's just publish, I guess, and let's go over the site and see if we can find anything that still needs to be done. So let's log out. Okay. So yes. So obviously this image is missing. We know that. That's not going to get done today. We got to finish the actual dashboard. Everything here looks pretty good. We don't have quotes yet either. Obviously we need to get quotes. We'll get that once we actually start having some people testing and using the site. Which of course reminds me, if you ever do want to be part of the testing for when I do have the components and everything, do let me know and we'll get you on the list. Oh, there's a little dot here that shouldn't be there if you're not logged in. So let's go to the dashboard for that. Yeah, sign you up. Yeah, consider yourself signed up. Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always use testers. Always, always, always. And super honest as well, too. Like, let me have it. Especially if you think that it ends up being horrible, then let me know. It's not going to be horrible. But if you think that, I think they're going to be fantastic. But, you know, that's just me. Okay, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, this little dot here. So let's just go to the home page. And in fact, why is that even showing up? It shouldn't be showing up at all because I think it's this whole part here. I need to edit this instance as well. Oh, it doesn't have the custom attributes there. It has it on, that's the login redirect. The dashboard link. but this whole thing should only be visible when you're logged in. I thought I put that attribute on here, but it looks like maybe I didn't, which is weird. See, this is for non-members only. That's for non-members only. I just got to put it in. I'm just going to put the attribute in there. Just so we have it. You're right. Edit this. So custom attributes. Why some Webflow? I tell you sometimes. Okay, let's go back in. Edit this instance. Edit this one. Settings. Custom attributes. Member only. And yeah, so that's member only, but this one I have, that's a login redirect. But I think inside here, yeah, profile image, first name, okay, dot has nothing. That's logout. Okay. Also, I didn't have that set. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. So let's publish that. And refresh. Oh, that dot is still showing up. What are you doing? Why are you there? Yeah, if you remember, then all this stuff shows up. So this should be hidden. Oh, members. Yeah, maybe if I get the attribute right, maybe then it would work. Oh, come on. Rookie mistakes. Although I make those all the time. There we go. Now that should work. Okay, gone. Components page. I guess I could need to do a little bit of work here on this components to make this look a little bit nicer. Actually, I do. This isn't done. I totally forgot about these pages. Templates page. Oh, and I need to make all of this stuff fit into a component as well, into an actual Webflow component, not the components we're building, just to make it easier to update the headers and footers and all that. Well, the headers and the title and subtitle, I guess. Okay, no, but I like this part. Scrolling below, if I go back here, yeah, still have the testimonials and this call to action. Love that. Resources is the blog. I need to fix this. There's still a lot of stuff that needs to get done. But I think maybe I'll work on it tonight and show a final product tomorrow instead of going on stream here for like 5 hours. And yeah, we need to work on this blog page as well too. Just add a little bit more. I mean, this is fine here for this blog, but here, like, we could use some animations and some really cool effects here to make this pop a little bit better. Make the subscribe form be a little bit better, but I think I actually have this working. Do I have this working? Let's check. Well, if I do, it would be in the logic. So let's take a look. I think I have it. Where's my logic? Yes, I have a flow. Add subscriber to MailChimp. Yes, so I have that working. So basically, run this flow on the form, subscribe form, and then send the request to MailChimp using our list and our MailChimp API. So, and then here's the stuff here. So that's working. Right. Yep. So that works, which is good. The functionality is there. What else? I mean, that's it for these pages. We don't have a policy pages, don't have a terms page. So we'll have to write that one up. That's just going to be straight text page, so there's nothing too fancy about that. Our login page looks good. Don't have an account, so we have our sign up page. Sign in, we got our forgot password page. That's all looking good. I probably redesign it actually because now I kind of don't really like it, but I think it's good for now. And let's maybe take us through a get started. I think this, if I go get started here, should be the same as if I go like get started here. It just goes up to the sign up, which is cool. Let's just make sure things are working. So tester, testy. No, that won't work. I am plus test at odum.ca, password, join, $3.99. I know it's really too early to be talking about pricing because I don't even have like products yet. But at some point, I'm going to ask you guys what you think would be an acceptable price to pay for something that, let's just say in theory, will give you all the components and templates you would need to be able to run your business, to be able to make websites. And like, what would that be worth to you and to your company? And there we go. So we are in and seems to be good. Off to the dashboard, which I need to complete. That's going to be manual with adding these ones in, but that's okay. We might update the content here to have a little bit more text. So we have the help, which doesn't go to anywhere yet, but we might, again, set up like a help scout or a Zendesk or some kind of chat system. And then we need to go to the tester. We need to have an avatar. So let's do setup default avatar that's going to be in MemberStack. So that's done. Update icons is done. I would try to differentiate yourself from the freebie libraries within Webflow. Those are the easiest choice. So we do get from you that special. Yeah. For sure. I mean, for sure. There's always going to be free stuff that you can get. Absolutely. 100%. So the idea is going to be, it's, well, it's interesting because obviously the question too is why pay for something when you get something for free? But at least in my mind, the way it's going to be is that the components and templates that I'm going to build, it's like I'm going to be putting in so much time and effort into building really, really high quality products that, for some people that are cheap, that just don't want to spend money, they're just never going to buy money anyways, right? Like not everybody's going to buy a Lamborghini, right? But for the people that do buy a Lamborghini, they know the value of a Lamborghini and they're willing to pay for it because they want it. So anyways, yeah, but it's very interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about this on tomorrow, actually, because I'm going to go more into business stuff. And because we've been doing a lot of this Webflow stuff for the past, weeks now. But talking about business and getting back to the whole concept of what we need to do for business it's good to have those conversations and those discussions and to make sure that I'm on the right track. Anyways, so we'll get into that tomorrow, but it's a really good point. So, and hopefully the differentiator is going to be, again, over time with the videos that I produce, the tutorials, the educational content, and like how to work within Webflow, all that kind of stuff is going to eventually be like, you know what? These guys know what they're talking about. At least maybe these guys, maybe just be me, but over time, my team or whatever, whenever we get building. Okay. So yeah, set up the default avatar and MemberStack. Okay. So update the component and template, brochure pages, update the blog the main blog learn page. Style the subscribe form section on the blog. Design with animations for links and posts. And update dashboard component template display. I think I did that because that was with getting the numbers and getting the heading at the top with the dynamic numbers. Right. So we'll mark that as done. So I also need to create privacy and terms page. What else was I seeing? Right, so this update avatar should work. So if I just pick this, it would be bad avatar. Okay, so this sucks here in that it doesn't it tries to it squeezes everything in. So is that because of MemberStack or is it because of me? It could be because of me, hopefully. Hopefully we can fix it. So let's go to the account page. Because basically if somebody uploads an image that's not square, we still want, what the hell, where am I? Basically, if it uploads something that's not square, I still just want to not stretch it at all and make it circular, right? That's actually not the right term at all. Let's just go to the page and let's see what we can do here. Profile image. So what's going on here? I think what we can do, because I think profile image is what's getting pulled. Yeah, here's the attribute that's pulling it from MemberStack. So what we can do is we can just isolate it in its own. Is that going to work? And I think I read somewhere on MemberStack where you can't use it as a background image. I think I have an idea. Let's see if this will work. So we have profile image container. So we have this to be, what is the size? I think it's 3 units. Yeah. So we have this to be 3 REM, 3 REM. So we want the profile image. We're not going to stretch it. We're going to make it. We want it to go 100% width or height, whichever one it needs to. But then we want to make sure that whatever the overflow is, that it just gets hidden, right? So can I don't know if it needs to be like 100%. 100%. Because we need it to stretch, because if it's not going, it needs to do. So yeah, let's delete that. Because if somebody uploads an image that's a sliver, we want to expand it to go 100%, and then it'll cut off the stuff at the sides. So yeah, that should do it. Let's see. And refresh. And that didn't do it. So why didn't it do it? Profile image. So what's happening here in the code? Let's just have a quick look. we need it to maintain its aspect ratio. That's the problem. Okay. Shit. So like you want the image to be able to just expand its full width, but then mask it with an overlay. It's based. Okay, let me think. So maybe if we if we change it to cover, I don't think that's gonna work. Because we do want the whole thing to just cover the whole thing. Maybe if we do this one at 100% and this one also at 100%, and then we have the fit to cover, maybe that'll help. Perfect. That worked. Excellent. In fact, if that's the case, I don't even know if I need oh yeah, let's keep it in there. And let's just go in here, edit this. Right. One on this page. Okay. Let's just see if I set the fit to cover and the overflow hidden. Let's see if that's enough to align it in the middle. And then I know I won't need to adjust anything. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. Okay, so what we can do, just to simplify our code, is we can go back here, throw this out, and then just make this, we don't need a min and max, we just want this one to be 3 and 3. Back to normal. Yeah, just cover. Oh, geez. Always complicate things sometimes. And refresh. And we're good to go. And if we want to change this to, hang on, I don't want to flash anything weird. Geez. Are there any other images? Oh, here's an image of a cat with sunglasses. File size is too large. Shit. Update. Okay, I need something with a really small file size. I don't know if I have anything like that. Ooh, I know. Let's go clients. Here's a picture of a space shuttle taking off. All right, excellent. All right, perfect. So that's working. It's a good thing we tested that to make sure that worked. View billing history. Okay, cool. I could look at my invoice. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Pixel. It's got the pixel colors. I guess this is through my company, like Pixels Stripe, not like Pixel Pieces. That's okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Add payment method. Remove, I mean, I guess you could delete it, but it doesn't matter because there's not like monthly billing, right? This is a one-time payment. So, okay. And Learn takes you to the blog. And then if you're logged in, you should still see your details here, but then you don't see the call to action, which we don't see here. And if we log out, it looks like it kicks us back to the home page, which is fine. But if we're on the blog page, there we go. Okay, so resources page is also the blog page, which I think I also want to rename to Learn, possibly. Pricing page needs updating as well. Oh, right here. Update pricing page design. And we need to, shit, I was just thinking about it. What the hell? I just had it. Oh, yeah. Update FAQ section, FAQ questions and answers. And then we also need to move the brochure title and subtitle into a component for easier. Well, we know why we put things into components. Okay. All right, so there's a few more things left to do, so we're not going to be quite done today. But it's been over 2 hours, so I think it's probably a good place to call it quits today, I think. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to try to hustle up and get this done. This, for sure, it's going to get done tomorrow. We're not going to work, like I said, we're not going to do this live tomorrow on stream. We're going to talk some business stuff, but this is for sure getting done. And Monday, we are moving right into the building components and templates, and probably even just maybe doing a little bit of thought into, what's the word I'm looking for? Into like any frameworks that I'm going to be using for the CSS and all the class and all the class structures and all that stuff. I've been thinking about this quite a bit, but we'll maybe talk about it and think about it together, I guess. All right. Thank you for joining. Thanks, Kevin, for the comments. And thanks to everyone else who's popped in and out. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're going to keep plugging away, and we'll be back here for another live stream tomorrow on Friday. All right. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.